SimXperience has announced their new wheel. Following up on their popular direct drive, the AccuForce, they have announced the AccuForce V2, which features some revised electronics and a drastically reduced price. So, what does that mean for the community, and what should we expect? The release of the SimXperience AccuForce wheel a couple years ago really marked a new point in the competition for direct drive wheels. Before that, we were really only seeing either the high-priced expensive offerings such as the Leo Bodnar Sim Steering, or we were seeing the direct drive open sim wheel, which was largely one of these complicated DIY projects that was more trouble than it's worth. However, since seeing the AccuForce released, it has really brought this lower priced direct drive market in. And now we're going to be seeing contenders such as Fanatec's direct drive wheel and also Thrustmaster's rumored T700 racing wheel. Also, we have these open sim wheel packages which are seeing these direct drive wheels almost in a turnkey solution for under $1,000. And I believe that this can really be traced back to the AccuForce's release a couple years ago. However, the AccuForce's launch wasn't perfect. We saw delays, we saw a lot of supply and demand issues. It sounds like that the guys at SimXperience have actually sorted this out, and it's actually two blessings in one. One, we're getting a new AccuForce, and two, it's for a drastically reduced price. Before, we were seeing the top of the line AccuForce wheel retailing for about $1,800 before tax, and now we're going to be seeing that price slashed down to about $1,200. And that's significant because looking at the next turnkey solution, which would be something along the lines of EC Sim Hardware's wheel, that's still around the $2,000 mark. With the AccuForce V2, it sounds like we are going to be getting the same hardware that powered the AccuForce V1, but at a drastically reduced price because of the streamlining in the development and the supply. So I gotta give props to SimXperience for doing that. One other thing I do want to mention is that unlike some of the direct drive wheels, this uses a proprietary in-house motor developed by SimXperience, and they call it a hybrid stepper servo. Most of the direct drive wheels use a servo motor because of the strength, because of the smoothness. The stepper motor is a little less than desirable because it is a stepper motor, hence you can feel some tiny steps. However, the smoothness even of a stepper motor is miles beyond a belt or even a gear drive wheel, so it is still a significant step forward. However, there is the thought that a direct drive servo motor is a lot smoother than a stepper, so that's why SimXperience decided to make the hybrid servo stepper, which is slightly smoother than a stepper motor. Now, there hasn't been a release date for this wheel just yet, but we should be seeing it later this year. And actually, SimXperience is going to be offering a few lucky sim racers with the opportunity to test one of these for them. If you go to SimXperience's website, which I will provide below in the description, you can actually sign up for the SimXperience beta test. SimXperience is looking for people who can vote hours and hours on end to test out this wheel. So they are going to be doing a thorough screening process. They have the in-depth sign up. They're going to ask you who you are, why do you feel like you are a solid candidate for testing the wheel. Also, it is worth mentioning that if you are selected for this wheel's beta test, you are going to have to pay a $700 refundable deposit. That is pretty steep even for being a beta tester, but I believe you are going to be able to keep this wheel after the test is over. However, there are stipulations in the contract saying that SimXperience could ask for the wheel back, but they would also refund that deposit as well. So I think that for a sim racer looking for that direct drive experience, I would recommend signing up for that and seeing if you could get into that wheels beta program. Now, a few months ago, I did contact SimXperience asking if there was a chance I could review one of their AccuForce wheels. They, long story short, said no. They wanted me to wait until I was a little more established, until I had around 10,000 subscribers. So hopefully as time goes on, Maybe by the time I hit 10,000, that will be closer to the release of the wheel, so I would be able to do a review of the AccuForce V2 and bring that to you guys. When the AccuForce V2 releases, it will be available in 3 trims. There is the DIY model, which is essentially the same as the V1's DIY model. It's not gonna have the slip ring, it's not gonna have the hub or the wheel or the button box. So that will retail for about $702 US. Then there's also gonna be the My Way. That is actually the one they're the most vague about right now. That's going to be available for about $900, I believe. And then there is going to be the Complete, which is pictured below on the center screen, and that's going to be the same as their AccuForce Pro wheel, and that's going to retail for $1299, which is about a $450 savings. So that is major props to SimXperience, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this wheel performs. So I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the AccuForce V2? Do you think it's a solid progression? Do you like the price cut? Do you wish they might have done more? Let us know in comments. Also, if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button down below and help us keep on track. Also, check out our community, and we're gonna have some exciting events, so stay tuned in our forums with the link below in the description and join the community. For the Sim Racing Paddock, I'm William Marsh, and you have a great rest of your day.